Today we're going to learn how to make a sound on the flute. We are going to start with just the head joint. When we first tried out instruments, we said M, poo, and we stuck our lips out and set it over that hole. You should be able to feel the hole on the bottom part of your bottom lip. So we're going to say M, poo, and we're going to blow our air down into that hole. I want you to take a couple minutes and make sure you can get a good sound out. When you're done practicing that, click on the button to play again, and we'll move on to the next step. All right, the next step is being able to separate the different notes on the flute. So that is called tonguing. We're actually going to say two when we're blowing. So we're going to blow on our flute and use your tongue to say. It's almost like you have a tiny piece of rice and you're trying to spit it out. So don't actually spit on anybody because COVID and all that gross stuff. So don't spit, but I do want you to say and pretend that you are spitting something out. Just pretend. So we're going to take 4 notes and we're going to separate them out like this. So the note starts, it stops, and there's space between them. Okay, now I'm going to play something and I want you to play it back. Okay, now your turn. Okay, my turn. Your turn. My turn. Good. Okay, I want you to practice that a couple times. So click pause on the video, and I want you to just practice tonguing and making sound on your flute head joint. When you're ready, hit play and move on to the next step. All right, moving on to the next step. We're going to actually play the finger flute. So we make our sound. Now we're going to take our finger and we're going to put it inside the head joint and change the sound that it's making. Now, if you have siblings at home, this can be super annoying, so I'm challenging you to annoy somebody in your house with this skill. But I want you to annoy them musically. So to do that, I want you to be able to make up a different song. So you could probably play Hot Cross Buns or all different kinds of things. So practice that a couple times. Click pause. When you're ready to go on to the next step, go ahead and click play and we'll move on to the next step. All right, next we're going to make what's called the baby flute. We're going to take the head joint and the foot joint and we're going to put them together. It's the baby flute because it's tiny and it looks like a little baby flute. So we're going to hold it with our left hand on the head joint, and our right hand is going to press down this button with your first finger and this button with your second finger and put your thumb underneath the foot joint. All right? So we're going to start by pushing down these 2 buttons at the same time. Okay, practice that note a couple of times. When you're ready, click play and go to the next step. All right, we've gotten this note down. Now the next note is no fingers. Let's try that note. Okay, try that note a couple of times, and when you're ready, click play and move on to the next step. All right, and your last one here is pushing down just this button by itself. Let's try that note. All right, practice that note a couple of times. Okay, we now know enough notes to be able to play Hot Cross Buns on our baby flute. So we're going to start by pushing down the 2 buttons, then we'll go to no buttons, and then just the 1. So it should sound like this. Okay, then we're going to do that same thing again. Now we're going to do 4 in a row of just the 1 key. of just no keys. And then the same as the beginning. All right, your assignment for next time is to take a video of yourself on your iPad using your camera. You're going to save it to the camera roll like all your pictures are saved there. You're going to take a video of yourself playing just the head joint, making sound, playing the finger flute, and playing hot cross buns on the baby flute. When you're done taking your video, you're going to upload it to assignment number 2.2 in Google Classroom. This is due at the start of our next class. You do have the rest of today to work on this assignment, but if you don't get it done today, you need to take it home and get it done as homework. Your instrument is always welcome to go home with you, but you're also welcome to leave it in your locker if you have your homework done. But whatever is not done in class needs to be done at home. If you have any questions, make sure you ask me, and I will be happy to come around and help you, but I wanted to make sure you had this video for reference in case you get home and you forgot how to do something. All right, happy playing!